Brendan Rodgers as a coach, I've been saying it for years, he's one of the one of the best British coaches ever. When you go and take your coaching badge, the first page it's a question, what is your football philosophy? Brendan Rodgers' football philosophy, from Swansea, the brand of football, to Liverpool, to Celtic, to Leicester. He is consistent to his word. He equals elite for me, and I don't care about anyone else's opinion on that. And if anyone says that he's not, they don't understand football.
That's strong stuff from Trevor Sinclair. And listen, let me reiterate, he's elite. Trevor says Brendan Rodgers is elite, one of the best British coaches ever. Not just in the modern era, not just now, one of the best British coaches ever. So do you agree with that? And if you do agree with that, and I would have liked to have asked Trevor this question when he said that this morning. If that's the case, and he is elite, and he is one of the best British coaches ever, and I'm not saying Trevor Sinclair's wrong, and he's absolutely entitled to that opinion. I do consider Trevor Sinclair to be a football scholar. So I would ask this question. What is he doing at Leicester? How come he's not had that massive club job since Liverpool? Yes, Celtic, I get all of that, but,
he went there. He went there to get some trophies onto the CV.
Yeah,
like
Celtic,
Poch has gone to PSG. He's already got one. You know what I mean? Because they always say about money, what's he won? Well, Brendan Rodgers can say, well, this is what I won.
So he shouldn't be at Leicester then, should he? If he is elite and if he is the best ever.
Unfortunately, I think he is a top manager, by the way. Brendan Rodgers, been saying that for a long time. I thought he did a terrific job at Liverpool, by the way, a few years ago. Unfortunate for him. But Celtic, obviously, it's hard to judge him on that, although they did play. They're going for treble, something they were going for, which would have been unbelievable. And since he's gone to Leicester, I think you've got to be impressed with the football they've played. There's no doubt he's one of the best coaches in the league at this moment in time. One of the best ever. I don't know. I mean, what do you judge best ever on? I mean, people have different things. Do you go on? Well, I mean, is he talking people like Sir Alex and Brian Clough and Bobby Robson?
Well, they're British. And they've been coaches, so yeah.
Paisley and Don Revie. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, there is a load of managers that have done some unbelievable things over a period of time. So to put him in that bracket, I am surprised.
Well, I can admire...
Although he's a good coach, obviously.
Absolutely. I can admire the work of Brendan Rodgers. There's no doubt about that. I mean, at Liverpool, there was a period where he was playing 2 number 10s behind a striker, and I'm wowing at what I'm seeing. And he's so innovative with his coaching skills like that. So regardless of what he's got trophy-wise, and if you take Celtic out of the equation and just focus on the Premier League, there is nothing there trophy-wise. But regardless of that, that doesn't mean you're a bad coach.
Nope.
It just means that there was a team that spent more money or had better players than you in the Premier League, and you didn't get the breaks in the cup, whatever it might be. I can see why you would consider him to be a terrific coach. However, there are flaws to it as well. So when James Maddison did his interview last night and says, he won't accept nobody who does the hard graft, Brendan Rodgers. All these things are said when they're top of the table and they've just beaten Chelsea and things are going well. They lost to Fulham a couple of weeks ago. They bottled it when they needed to win against Man United to get into the top 4 at the end of last season. So let's not start suddenly saying that because in January Brendan Rodgers is top of the table that he's this, he's that. He's still got quite a bit to prove, in my opinion, in English football. I don't doubt he can do it, Darren, because I think he is a top coach, but he's still got to go and do it, hasn't he?
I'll be honest with you as well. I mean, he has gone back to Leicester. It's almost like he has to go that route to get back in, and it was a great opportunity for him to take. I mean, I wasn't surprised he took it, left Celtic for that job. But I still think in his head, he's probably still thinking there's another gear up. He's had that taste at Liverpool. I'm sure his ambition is to manage one of the big boys. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
I know Leicester, you put them in that at this moment in time because where they are in the league every year at this moment in time. But I'm talking Chelsea, I'm talking Arsenal, I'm talking, you know what I mean, Manchester City, even down the line. I'm sure he's got his eyes on those jobs because when he looks at the people that have got them, he probably thinks his CV's a lot better.
Yeah, well, apart from Man City, obviously, but I would say that
some of the others, yes.
Chelsea with that. I mean, for me,
United,
the irony is having beaten Chelsea, I'm looking at Brendan Rodgers and thinking you're actually having been a coach there early on as well. He seems to be a perfect fit. Now, that's not me getting Frank Lampard out of the job. We're going to discuss Frank after 5, but Brendan Rodgers is a perfect fit for Chelsea. And when you consider that he left Celtic when they're on the brink of a treble, he won't mind at all. If somebody says, well, this is what we're going to offer you salary-wise, this is what we're going to offer you transfer budget-wise, this is the level of ambition we've got, i.e. in the last decade, we've won the Champions League, we've won titles, we've won this, we've won that, regularly in finals, etc. We want to get back to that. That's where Brendan Rodgers wants to be, in amongst the elite. Is he going to achieve that at a sustained level at Leicester City? Possibly, but it's less likely than at one of those big clubs, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think all sportsmen in any sports Ed, have ambition, right? And when you're a sportsman and then you become a manager or a coach, you're always thinking of the end game. You're always thinking, where do I want to be in 5 years? When I want to be in 10 years? What do I want to have achieved? And selfishness comes into it with sportsmen and managers and footballers and cricketers and rugby players. They always have that as players, and it carries into their managerial career. Yes, you have to have empathy. Yes, you have to accept different personalities. It's different skill set, but you still have an enormous ambition to get to the very top, to manage in the Champions League, to manage a team that are potentially going to win the Premier League. And at this moment in time, Aid, one of those is in both, isn't he? So he's got a chance.
Well, is Trevor Sinclair right? Brendan Rodgers, is he one of the best British coaches ever?